Hey YouTubers, it's me, Virginia, back. Boy, I look like that really 20 pounds really shows on me when you only got a 5'2" frame. And I'd like to say I'm big boned, but I'm not. I'm more medium boned. It really shows up on me. But as I get more and more into doing the videos and doing more of what I want to be doing, then hopefully I'll start getting back in the whole walking routine again and get that going. And one day my husband and I were driving around and he wanted to run into the Goodwill to look for something. I forget what he was looking for, but I saw a brand new bread maker in the box. $5.99. No way. Because when I was researching bread makers, they wanted $100 for them and up. And I thought, I can't afford that, not at that time in my life. So, and I kept thinking, I bet you a bread maker is one of those kind of things that you just use while you're going through a phase, a bread making phase, and and then don't use it again. It's stuck in the cabinet and it ends up at the Goodwill. So I found this bread maker and I started making bread, and oh my God, I went completely out of my mind nuts with this bread. It would come right out, we'd wait for it to cool down a little bit, and we'd smother it in butter. I say we, my husband and I, and here I am, 20 pounds heavier. Okay, so let me fast forward this a little bit. I start thinking, okay, I got to get over this, eating this bread for, because it tastes so good. I want to make bread because I'm also, as you may remember from way back then, I'm really into nutrition now. I think we all should be, because we know now what is harmful to our bodies and what's good for our bodies. And you pick up these ingredients, for bread, for example, and it's got all these additives and preservatives and whatnot. And compared to the homemade bread, no wonder I wasn't a bread lover, because I really never tasted really good bread until I started making my own. And then I just went nuts. So I can control what goes into the bread, and I know it's good and healthy and wholesome. And it's a little trickier working with wheat bread, or whole wheat grains and 100% whole wheat. It's a little trickier, but it's doable. So anyhow, then after we moved to Kingman, and I ended up finding, or before we moved, I ended up finding another bread maker, so then I got two going, and I'm experimenting more. I'm doing more with using the dough setting and then baking it in the oven. And then we got to Kingman, and I still kept my bread going and researching and learning and whatnot. And my sister's the baker in the family. I'm not. I've just never had time for it. I was never interested in it. Now all of a sudden it's become a huge passion of mine. Then after we got here to Kingman, I started doing more research, more reading. And then I got this crazy idea in my head. Since I was only using the bread machines now as a kneader, it was just kneading, I think maybe I'm ready for my first KitchenAid. I've never had one, and then I never could justify before to even own one. And my bread, if you go to the store and you buy a really good loaf of whole wheat, 100% wheat, you're paying $3 or $4 a loaf, if not more, depending on the brand. And I'm making 100% whole wheat bread for $1 something, is what I figured it out to be. And of course, it's even more better, shall I say. It's healthier for you than even the store-bought ones. So I got to thinking a 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think I want a KitchenAid. And of course they come in red. So I ordered one last week after doing tons of research and finding a really good price, and I found an excellent price for the 5-quart artesian tilt back. It refurbished at KitchenAid.com for $184 or something like that. Excellent price, and it's brand new. And it should be coming today, so I'm really excited about it. So before I ordered that, I did some more research, and I started looking at the ice cream, because you know I use my ice cream maker all the time. I've just about destroyed the thing, but Rick has fixed it. And I ordered the ice cream bowl, and it came yesterday. And it's got these parts to it that I had no idea what they were. I watched a ton of videos about it, and it looked fairly easy. And I pulled these out of the box yesterday because it came. There it is. This is the ice cream maker. Isn't that pretty? I love it, I love it, I love it. And before that came, I bought this, which is a KitchenAid Baking Companion. And it's just got tons and tons of recipes in here. I'm sure very high fat, high calorie. But I'm going to alter them. I'm going to use natural sweeteners, honey. I'm going to use probably some Splenda. I'm sorry, Sean, but you know, I'm still learning. Stevia, whatnot. I'm going to use some of those. I bought this bread alone because after making bread for so long now, I cannot believe how many different types of breads there are, and how many different ways to make them, and how they taste, and rye bread and pumpernickel, and oh my gosh, it's just endless. And you know, I really never gave it much thought when I wasn't doing it. Then I decided I know I'm jumping all around here, but I just feel like I've got so much to say in such a little bit of time. I started making a sourdough, and I started a starter, and my very first starter took off, and I've made several loaves of sourdough bread now with it, and I'm still not real comfortable with the sourdough. I like the way it tastes, but I'm not sure about it. But anyhow, there's just tons of information out there on how to make bread, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So my next video is going to be all the supplies I use for my bread, what I use them for, and then hopefully my next video after that will be you watching me opening up my KitchenAid, because as soon as it comes, I'm going to film me opening it. So I'm real excited, and I'm so happy to be back. And I want to make another video about walking. So you guys are going to get real sick of me real quick, so if you want to watch, watch. If not, that's fine. I just am starting to feel a little bit better, and I wanted to share that happiness with you guys since you've been with me all along, and I thank you so much for all your support and all my subscribers and everything. So hold my hand, help me get back in the swing of things, and I'll show you guys some really neat recipes. Back in the kitchen with Virginia. Bye.